Welcome back. I'm quite happy today to show you the progress the garden's made, and since I put the bulbs in November, so we'll do that in a minute. So some time ago I also introduced the heuchera. You can see the marmalade, and there's another one that is more pinkish in this area. I was a bit worried at some point that maybe they would not survive, but they look as if they're coming up, and they should form very nice companion for the bulbs that will come out in this area. Closer to the border I have some grasses which they have held this area when everything was dead, and I know that they will carry on establishing themselves, making this area look beautiful. So some more marmalade heuchera there, and I think it's a fire flame or something like that. This one is the red ones, and I know that the ajuga would also complement this color when they are really established in this area. So further along we have the sedum that is coming back to life. It went all into hibernation during the worst part of the winter, but it's coming back now. And further down there would be some tulips. You can see them with the broad leaves, and also we have a combination of tulips and the white hyacinth that would come up in this area. So this is that section, the section of the border. So it is the 16th of March, and the bulbs, ever since that they have started showing their heads, they're making progress. And this is the area closest to the house, and you can see that a lot of the bulbs have progressed with the leaves coming up a lot more. And we've got some, I can't remember the names of some new ones that I added and exactly where I put them, but I know there are some hyacinths here. You can see a pink hyacinth coming up in the furthest away from the camera, and some of the aquagilla are coming back to life as well. And so this area is going to be lovely when they do come, when all the bulbs are finally shown what they are made of. And I've got some that is, from the leaves I can tell is a daffodil. It will be a dwarf daffodil. No, not daffodil, tulip. So this area will be a mixture of tulips and hyacinth. I try to put the colors that would match, and so it should be beautiful when they all come up. The hyacinth here are coming along. I'm sure you can see it. And next, further away, we have some more hyacinth next to the light there. And I'm going to have some more. I'm trying to remember the name of that, the big Sedum Autumn Joy that went completely. I had to, cut it to the very close to the soil, but you can see it coming up there, and it's multiplied. So my plan is to put a ring around it to hold it, because it tends to flop, and I'm prepared for it this year. What I'm mostly happy about in this area is the fact that now the hellebores are now flowering. This is the second year that I've had them, and just like some perennials, they don't flower in the first year of planting, but now I've got the flowers, and they will form a really nice companion for the bulbs when they finally come out here. And look at the background there. I have the pistopteron that is wedged between two of my my very reliable enormous, and this area will look really beautiful when the bulbs finally start to come out. The first year when I planted hyacinth, I had so many of them, but the colors were all scattered about, so your eyes could not have rest because it was too busy. So second year I tried to uproot them and put them in a form of gradient. So with this hellebore here, you can see this hyacinth coming up. That is going to complement the what we'll have here, and next to it got another cream hyacinth. So this area they will complement each other there, and so they'll form really nice companion. And further along we've got some more tulips, and some of the hyacinth have started flowering. Just look at that combination. See this color next to the hellebore just makes such a nice combination. I'm so happy that I persevered with the hellebores, and they're making this area going to make them look really beautiful. I'm not 100% sure, again, remember what bulbs these are, but they again are proceeding quite nicely, and I'm looking forward to see what they bring to this section of the border. And in the background I have some geraniums which forms like a mat on the floor, and so keeping the area, you know, away from me having to endure seeing the just the earth there. And look at the gradient of the hyacinth. So pink and purple forms a nice combination. I think sometime later in the week I'm going to remove this verbena banten, the leftover of it. I just like the way it looks, you know, it gives that architectural remains of its structure even when it's winter. So further along we have the hebe that is got some purple, and that's the reason why I put this area, the hyacinth that are planted in this area are either purple or pink to complement that hebe. So this again will form a nice spectacle. The hyacinths that are closest to the ground, which I have just here, they also come up with whitish and purple flowers. So if they do flower, they will again complement this region of the border. This is the front of my shed, and I predominantly have the different types of enormous here, but I thought when I was planting bulbs this November that maybe I should introduce bulbs. So I have some tulips there. They are yellow, it says on the pack, so hopefully they will be bring another complement, another kind of, you know, interest into this area, because everything I have here is green and yellow, even the grasses, the caresses. So I'm looking forward to that. Maybe, of course, I plan to make follow-on videos, so you'll be able to see it when they come up and bring out their flowers. So this is the second side of my border where I introduced bulbs, because there were no bulbs at all in this area, but you can see that they're coming along. They are daffodils, but they're supposed to be dwarf ones. It doesn't look like that, but I'm going to wait to see what they would look like when the flowers finally come. But as of now, they're occupying the space until the perennials that, you know, predominantly are in this area come back to life. Before I introduce the perennials here, I try to do some carrots, so put some carrots in, and if I zoom in you can see that they are doing well, and we've got some at the back there which I'm hoping that they will really form a mass and keep this area quite interesting all through the year, irrespective of the season. Again, this further along I have some bulbs here that are also coming up. This is the area where I have some summer bulbs like gladiolus, and I've forgotten the name of this one now. That's very stately, but this one would do and keep this area occupied before those ones come. I don't think I've put enough grasses here, but I have some primus that, look, I don't know whether I'm focusing on the primus. So yeah, these ones, they are coming up and they make this area look very beautiful. This one, when they come up, of course I will show you what they look like when they finally that I put in this area was from a mixed bag, so the names were not on it, but when finally I see them I'll be able to identify what they are. And so The other thing I introduced here was not a lot of grasses, but there's a particular kind of grass that I wanted to try out, which is this. So I'm looking forward to see that bloom and establish itself in this area with the bulbs as companions. Right in front of the border here, I did not have any bulbs, so I put in that part of that pack of variety there. So I'm not sure what they are, but I would patiently wait for them and see what they bring when they eventually come out. But right at the back, that's where I have the daffodils that are quite tall, which I didn't want to uproot. I just thought it's okay because with the enormous at the back there, they can complement each other. Right, this is one of my primus, and I really like this one. Not just the color of the flower, but of the leaves. It looks quite brownish, and I just like it because it's different from all the other primuses I have. And the pink one there is also making a statement and looking nice in front of the border there. So I think this area would also look very nice. Next to it is a winter heather that doesn't have much flowers on it now, but I imagine it would do very soon. Coming to the end of this tour, but I've got to show you the dwarf, I think they are dwarf daffodils, very small daffodils that I planted here. They are coming up very lately. I hope you can see them, and I'm looking forward to see how they're going to complement the scheme that I have in this area altogether when they are finally here. So just as a glance, this is what that side of the border looks like now, with all the bulbs looking very promising as they are growing, and I'm patiently waiting for them. And I would, like I said, give you a tour when they have got their flowers so we can see what they look like. But so far, I'm happy with the progress. One thing I noticed though is that the bulbs are a little bit later this year than they were, because this time last year, this area was, already beginning to look very interesting with all the hyacinths, coming up, and it's a bit late this year, but that's okay. I know they will come because they've shown the promise of them coming, and I will show you what they look like when they come. So I hope you've enjoyed a tour of my garden, and please like and share and subscribe to the channel, and I hope to see you in the next video, in the next update.